I'm sitting there looking pretty. Hi!
Yes, it's bad. I can just
look pretty. Just look pretty, okay? This is the airport. Bro, you hear that?
Yeah.
I can say Roya. Why didn't you? Oh, you have to give me 2 more seconds. You have
Yes.
to wait after 2 seconds.
Yes. Okay.
Wee! It's very dead.
How many times Northern Virginia would come up in the same
It's Northern Virginia
city?
living. Hello and welcome to Northern Virginia Living, where we travel every week throughout Northern Virginia and present you with places to live.
My name is Viktar and this is Roya.
Hello.
Welcome to our channel and our newest video.
If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe below and hit the subscribe button right there to make sure that you get notified when we have new videos. In this video, we're going to be talking about 5 places to live in Northern Virginia that you may want to consider based on your job, school, or entertainment.
Okay, now let's talk about Northern Virginia in general. Why would even people move here and where it's like located and just in general, just to give an overview.
For those of you who are new to Northern Virginia, there's several factors involved why people move. One of the reasons is jobs. Why would you move to Northern Virginia?
Yeah, jobs is definitely the biggest reason why people, because it's highly densely populated. You're right across from the river, from Washington D.C. A lot of people who will move and work with D.C. they will still live in Virginia because it's such a short distance, short ride.
Commute,
right?
yeah.
Commute-wise, yeah.
So another reason is schools. The schools in Northern Virginia are highly rated. So there's also a lot of parks and recreations for parents. Mostly families move to Northern Virginia. And what's the other reason why you would move here?
I mean, that's the top reasons. I mean, Virginia is centrally located, like about an hour from Chesapeake Bay, about 4 hours if you want to go to, let's say, Virginia Beach. There are lots of.
Hold on, you forgot Ocean City. Ocean City is also about 3.5 hours.
That 3.5, yeah,
hours.
Virginia Beach, Ocean City. Like there are some mountains, like it's about 2.5. No, it's about 4 hours to go to West Virginia and some mountains, and we have Shenandoah. It's about an hour and a half. So there are lots of stuff to do if you just move in, not only because of school or job or things like this. So we're going to cover 5 main cities where you would want to live in, and each city has its own advantages, so we try to cover one by one so you can get an idea to what it is. And if you at any point, if you have any questions about any of the cities and something we might not have covered, please comment below. We'll respond to all the comments and we'll definitely reach out.
Without further ado, let's talk about the 5 cities in Northern Virginia. Number 1.
Let's cover Mclean. We consider Mclean one of the top places to be, and one of the biggest reasons are schools, right? There is a Mclean High School and Langley High School. There are top rated schools in anywhere here in Northern Virginia. The second point is why Mclean is a great place is jobs. There are several large employers who are located within the city. One of us will be Capital One Bank, Navy Credit Union, Booz Allen, and Freddie Mac. So if you will be working and consider moving to, because one of those employers, Mclean is a really great place to be. However, I want to add that Mclean's prices are
A little on the higher end.
On the higher end. They're definitely one of the most expensive places to be. It all depends on the budget. There are several like older homes, right? There will be prices will be around $600,000 to $800,000. But if you're looking for something a little bit more modern, new construction, that will run 1, 2 and high.
I mean, for me in general, for Mclean in particular, there's a lot of overturn. So a lot of the older homes are being torn down, and there's a lot of new construction coming up. That's just, it's luxury living, as they call that in Mclean.
Mclean, yeah. Mclean has tons of activities for families. One of it that we go all the time. I forgot the name. Clement Gentry Park. Beautiful 2-acre park. Just it's amazing. We go there.
Our daughter loves it, so
we go there, but every few times a month, I think. Next one, let's cover the city number 2 is Arlington.
So Arlington is about 10 minutes outside of DC. It's an easy commute. You can either access it by metro, you can access it by bus, Uber or Lyft if you're looking at that. Some people actually even take their bikes. So people commute to DC, and it's an easy commute. That's the point that I'm trying to make. So Arlington in general, the cost of living compared to what Viktar was just covering about McLean, the average cost of living in Arlington is about $700,000. Also, Arlington has really good schools. Another reason why people mostly move to Arlington, it's very family friendly, but it's also great for students. There are tons of restaurants that you can visit, so a great place for foodies, I would say. Arlington has also great nightlife. Pre-COVID, there is still bars and restaurants open. Right now they've set it up where you can sit outside. There's a lot of outside seating. But Arlington in general, because of the location, it's highly rated, and there's a lot of preference for homes moving to Arlington. Since we're going to talk about the 5 top cities in Northern Virginia, we've also included a bonus, so make sure you watch until the end so you can see which top city we recommend for you.
And bonus is my favorite. Stay tuned.
The 3rd best place to live, Alexandria. And literally, Viktar would be the best place. Viktar would be the best guy to ask because he used to live there.
So we used to live in Alexandria. It's from 2001, if I remember, until 2010. The reason why we cover in Alexandria just because it's just as close to DC as Arlington. Right. So it's well connected with the blue and yellow line on the metro. One of the reasons we cover in Alexandria because it's a lot less expensive to live in Alexandria than
affordable
than in Arlington. It's definitely more affordable.
Also, I would say Alexandria because it's also right across from the water. A lot of people who love nature, they'll take their bikes on the weekends to get out there. There's a lot of parks and recreation. So great for families.
Right, there's a bike path that goes all the way from DC to Mount Vernon. Beautiful, you looking over the river, drive by Reagan National Airport.
Yeah, it's very scenic. So also, it's a nice point that you pointed out about Reagan National Airport. There is, while you're actually on the trail, you can either access it by by driving your car or by bike. There's an area, it's a great picnic area where you can take your children. I would definitely say get some hearing protection because it gets kind of loud, but you'll see the planes either take off or they land. So it's really cool. Like, it's definitely something that you would want to visit when you move to Northern Virginia.
So if you working in DC and need a slightly more affordable place, Alexandria probably will be your best bet.
Right.
We have to recognize it's so much history there in Alexandria.
There's George Washington
House there. So Old Town has deserves a special recognition.
Right.
Everything is in walking distance. There are so many restaurants, bars,
nightlife, lots of parks,
and all right across the river. And it's just a beautiful place, and generally just to walk from. If you compare real estate prices in Old Town with the rest of the Alexandria, yes, Old Town will be much more expensive.
Right.
But because if you live here, that's super easy way to go there just to spend a day. This is an excellent place.
Yeah, it's a great place to visit. Also, as living, a lot of people are looking for that old historic feel to live.
Historic,
but again, as Viktar mentioned, it's the walking score is very high because you can pretty much walk everywhere. Oh, and it's also very metro accessible, as he pointed out.
All right, let's cover the place number 4 is
Great Falls.
Great Falls.
Yay! Okay, so Great Falls, one of my favorite places to visit. It has a very rural feel. You could go out there in the country. I take my daughter there all the time. We also have friends who live out there that we visit. But again, like, you have that very nice, quiet, comfortable sense of living right outside of the city. And again, depending on where you live in Great Falls, because it's relatively large, you could be in DC within 15 minutes if you have to. But again, you have tons of land to access. Most homes are on average about 1.1 million. But again, you get that land. Sometimes you get about 1 or 2 acres of land.
I mean, at least half an acre and higher. There are homes definitely that will have 5 acres or so.
Right.
The biggest reason why people would want to be is, yes, that's serene nature, but also it's very close to, it's actually the Great Falls Park.
Right, it's right across from the river.
Right, it's right there. It's
right.
Like, even if you're not moving to live here, if you driving by, you definitely have to visit the Great Falls Park. It's an amazing place. We'll love it.
It's a great spot for parks and recreation, great for biking, hiking. There's tons and tons of stuff to do there. Also very family friendly. Oh, I forgot to mention schools, right? So just like
Langley High School
and
in Mclean High School,
right.
they belong mostly in Langley, but yes, top, if you come in and you have kids and you're looking for the top schools,
right.
Great Falls could be. It's on the border with Mclean and the
Sterling.
Great Falls, Mclean, Sterling.
There's also Sterling, right? So it's a very large area on the map, but the best part of it is most people who would want to move to Great Falls is because it's right along the Potomac River. There's also lots of restaurants. What else? Why else would you be moving to Great Falls? You just have that comfortable living, basically. That's what it is. Okay, one of our top favorite places to live here is Ashburn.
Ashburn. First of all, it's probably the newest city in our top 5. It's the newest city, has a lot of new construction. But if you consider, if you move in because of work and specifically high-tech work, then Ashburn probably will be your number one space. Ashburn has the whole Loudoun County has the highest number of data centers.
And they're still building. As you're driving by on one of the major highways on 28, you'll see them being lined up.
A lot of data centers.
It's also Ashburn is also very close to the airport, Dulles International Airport. It's about 10 to 15 minute drive depending on where you live in Ashburn.
Right. There's so many demand for the technology workers. Their top employers: Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, Amazon has one of the biggest places, and actually Microsoft is opening. Remember?
Microsoft, they just bought a multi-million-dollar project in Ashburn / Brambleton,
right.
which is also becoming part of Ashburn. Ashburn is located within Loudoun County, which is the fastest-growing county within the United States.
The reason is it's fastest growing because of the metro. It's just Silver Line will be opening in 2021.
They're extending.
Extension goes through Dallas Airport and then they're all the way through Ashburn.
Ashburn, Brambleton. They're actually trying to stretch it so it goes towards Leesburg. But again, the plans are far ahead. But again, as Viktar mentioned, it's very quickly developing, growing. Another reason why people move to Ashburn is schools. They have excellent schools. I mean, I would say just as comparable to Mclean and Great Falls. They have excellently rated schools.
There are campuses. Northern Virginia Community College, GW George Washington has a campus there.
You're talking about satellite campuses.
Satellite campuses?
Yes.
Yes.
They have them there. And also Parks and Recreation, they just built, they're still working on this project, but Loudoun 1. A lot of people who are familiar with Loudoun County in general, they have Loudoun 1. It's a very large shopping center with movie theaters, restaurants, parks. They have recreated this park that I visited with our daughter. What is it? It's called Central Park. So they have recreated the Central Park of Loudoun County there, and it's beautiful. You guys have to visit it. They have swings there. They have large picnic areas, but it's just so beautifully made. So definitely a place to visit. I would say.
Right in the middle of Ashburn. There are another reason why Ashburn is on the list is because of new construction.
Right.
Like if you want to stay on the budget, and then this is the new construction is the only home you're planning to buy. So Ashburn probably will be your number one choice. It's developing tremendously. There are so many the builders, Van Meter, Toll Brothers, NV Homes,
right.
And they all have communities built in Ashburn. So if you're looking for that feel, that new home feel.
Well, new home, I would say new home. It's going to be most of the homes that are new construction, newly constructed are also metro accessible.
Very true, yes.
They also have shuttles for residents where they pick them up and they drop them off. So they're making life very, very comfortable for you living about 40-45 minutes outside of the city with the great school, with the benefit of having great schools, shopping, recreation, jobs.
Right. Even 5 years ago, we would not even consider going to anywhere to allow them because it was so far away. Now with metro, now with all accessibility, great schools and new homes.
They've made it very comfortable even for residents like us, which actually takes me to the next point, our bonus.
The bonus.
So the bonus that we decided to cover today is Fairfax. We actually live in Fairfax, Virginia. What do you love about Fairfax?
It's close to, so if you compare, let's say Vienna, we're close to Vienna and Fairfax. We picked the Fairfax just because it's slightly more affordable than to live in Vienna or Mclean. But Fairfax stands out because of, we moved specifically because of schools.
Yes, we moved here because you know, we do have very good schools here as well. It's a great community, very comfortable living, lots of privacy, and there's lots of, you know, there's a lot of places to visit. So what is it? Restaurants.
Lots of restaurants.
Oh, and there's Vienna Metro. So
right,
if you
closest
live in,
Vienna from us, for example, it's about 10-minute drive.
Right.
So, but we compromise. Yes, it's a little bit further to the metro, but at the same time, still we're within everything within the region. Yes.
So let's just recap the reasons why you would want to move to Northern Virginia. So great schools, great jobs. What else?
Centrally located.
Right. And
there are mountains. There
right.
you can
Parks
drive.
and recreation. So there's definitely space for work and relaxation. So if you're considering these two options, then perhaps Northern Virginia would be the place to live, right, honey?
Exactly.
Yeah. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below for us. We do check them and we do respond.
We respond to all the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. We produce a lot of videos. And so if you're looking, if you have any information, give us a call, text, or send us an email. We'll happy to help.